that's why Moxley was out there that long time for both of those matches. But
yeah,
again, man, I to me that was the cream of the crop of the show right there.
And by the way, we need more Mox on commentary. Mox, he said he got fined so much money yesterday, but it was well worth it. The people,
hey man, we that's what we love it, man. We love hearing Moxley talk that talk. And hey, Tony knew what he was doing. Tony knew what he was doing. And then of course, like I said, man, and then of course we had the special surprise of Edge showing up, and right now, man, he's gonna show up on Wednesday. I believe the anniversary show. I mean, that is the anniversary show, ain't it?
So I actually watched this interview when I came to. So Edge. So one, yes, he's going to be on Dynamite this Wednesday. He's also going to be on Collision this weekend, and he's also and I think next week, I believe Tony said next week or maybe the week after. I got to check.
Some special some title Tuesday.
Title Tuesday. Tuesday. He's gonna wrestle on that. But the thing that I took away the most, but the thing that I took away the most is that Edge is coming back full time. He said, "Look, this ain't gonna be no every 3 month thing." He said, "I wanted to do that in WWE. They only wanted me to come in when they wanted me to come in." He said, "Dude, I love this business." He's like, They asked him like, "Who you want to get in the ring with?" "I want to get in the ring with a Swerve. I want to touch a Kenny Omega." He says, "I'm here." He said, "I'm gonna be on every show." Every week, he said, "I'm a full timer and I'm gonna do everything I can for as long as I can." So he said, for this initial contract run, bro, this ain't no every other now and again Edge. No, bro, we getting Adam Copeland. So yeah,
which is fine, man. And this is what I want people to understand about AEW is like, yeah, people are like, oh, they're just hiring ex WWE guys. Well, again, this is wrestling. This is the wrestling business, man. Where do you think all these guys come from? They don't all just start out in one company. They start out in other companies. They all have been through other companies, man. But sometimes for a company like AEW, you need, and we said it, we said, they can try to build it on their own stars themselves, but they're going to need some names. They got to have some names. Adding Jericho was a good thing. Adding Jericho was good. He became your inaugural AEW champion. So that right there, and he was still able to do stuff. So it's like, bro, that was a good thing. And then you had Moxley come over, but while that, you were still building up the Darby Allin, and then you had Sting there. So having Sting come along and just kind of be another veteran presence, but not be dominating, that was a good thing. And we saw where that has gone for Darby Allin through the years. So it's like, and like I said, people like Orange Cassidy, they had to, slowly come up. Best friends, them slowly come up. And then you had Death Triangle, which they were so hot coming over. So you had some of the guys that never really been in WWE, but were names. And then you had to get some of the guys that were in WWE, but made a bigger name outside of the company. And that's the thing, because Pac, he was good in WWE. Don't get me wrong. He made a name for himself, but he also made a name outside of the company. He made a bigger name for himself. Just like Cody did, just like AJ Styles did, just like a lot of these wrestlers do. So honestly, to see him come and want to help elevate some of these talent, even if people want to say this is just WWE's way of ciphering out AEW's talent, you know what? I see it both ways. Because either way it go, they gonna get some of their talent, they gonna get some of their talent, and it's gonna go back and forth. But that's the wrestling business. You gonna got guys leaving. Hell, the Righteous just came from Impact. They was in Impact not too long ago, and now where they're at, they're in AEW. Come on, man. Cass, he was AEW. Now where he's at, he's in Impact. That's what happens in this business, man. And a lot of them go back and forth for New Japan. So I'm good with him being there. And you can best believe he's gonna do what he say. Everything he said, you best believe it. But that's why you kind of love him, Christian, and other guys that's just really helping put these Jericho, like, dude, like they're still putting these guys over.
And you got, and my thing is too, like, Edge, Christian, Jericho, or Adam Copeland, whatever,
Moxley, Claudio,
they come from the eras of wrestling we love most, right? Yeah. Like everybody talks about the Attitude Era. Everybody fawns and is in love with the Attitude Era and talk about how that was one of the golden eras, right? And some we got the Ruthless Aggression Era. Well, you got guys who were at their highest peaks in their careers coming from there, coming to AEW. So it's not like you getting a bunch of rejects. No, you're getting legit Hall of Famers and people who made wrestling then what it was then to make it what it is now. And these are people that are coming to tell you, you and I, when we first started this whole podcast thing, man, the Flawless too, got to include him. You know, we said the one thing about AEW, and this is before they got Adam Cole, this is before they got Bryan Danielson, we said they needed one big name. That's it. We said they needed one more name. We seen the Sammy Guevaras. We already knew what Jericho was. That was a given. You know, the Kenny Omegas, the Bucks. They had talent, but they didn't have that one extra name. Jericho couldn't do it by himself. Kobe can't always do it by himself. And bro, then we got Adam Cole and Bryan Danielson all in the same night. And it's crazy because people was like, if you weren't a fan of AEW, you said AEW was a reject company, it was a knockoff company, it was this, that, and the third. And then they go out here and get some legitimacy, and people want to shit on it. I don't understand. Like, so many people, a lot of people showed love to Edge last night. A lot of people. But there was so many people, bro, who like Edge is a traitor, Edge is this, bro. He wrestled for 30 years for the same.
Because people have been drinking the WWE Kool-Aid for so long.